What's going on, juggalos, juggalettes, and normal people of this world? Today, we're here to talk about two things. First of all, I hate when people start out videos like this, but I never fucking upload anymore, so my bad on that one. Today, we're going to do the Cachawaba watermelon gummy rings, and we're going to talk about Static X. I went and saw Static X. Today is Tuesday, so almost a week ago. It was a week yet tomorrow. Interesting show. Wayne Static passed away. I think they said it was 2004. I don't sound right. It seems like a long time now, but I remember it was November 1st. We were at a party when I had found out that he passed away. But on to the next thing. I had wondered for a while how they were going to do this, because they said that they were going to get another singer and just put a mask on him, and that's always weird. They got the weird Dio thing where he's a hologram, and if it was in Clovis, I'd come see it, or if it was in the town that I was in, I'd definitely go to it, but that's just not something that I would probably be into seeing. It was 15th time seeing Static X. I never saw Static X after they'd broken up. I'd ran in to the bass player Tony at a Soulfly concert, and he straight up told me Static X was over, and it was weird. I remember for the next few days, I was like, don't meet your heroes, because if you meet someone like that, you never, It's hard when someone kind of brings you weird news like that, like out of nowhere, because I was just like asking for an autograph. I gave him some joints, and I was just like, so what's up with Static X? And he was like, it's over, man. So that was weird, and just the whole story about, I'm only talking about the concert. It's a whole issue. It was weird. Like, I literally, before Static X came out, I literally thought either this is going to be completely insane, fucked up, or just... And they kind of went, instead of they went an extra level up. Like, they had lights, and they had a lot of stuff that Static X didn't have, like, back in the day. Usually it was just them rocking them with some strobe lights and shit like that. But they had, like, lyrics in the back, and they had, like, stuff that would go with the song, maybe the videos or stuff like that. And they could have came out and just played the Wisconsin Death Trip, because it was the 20th anniversary of Wisconsin Death Trip. They could have came out and started with Push It and ended with December, and then be like, that's just what bands do these days with I don't know, it's kind of sucky. You go see one of your favorite bands, and they're like, we're only going to play the CD, and you're just like, oh, well, hell, I bought 10 of your other CDs when people actually bought CDs. Now people don't buy CDs. I was thinking Killswitch is making the CD, and I was like, damn, man. I remember how pumped up people used to be, like, one of your favorite bands is making a CD. It's just not the same no more. We don't even have a record store to go buy a CD if we wanted to. So when we show up, a band called Wednesday 13 played. I've looked them up since then, and it's just really a singer that has a backing band, pretty much, like they haven't been together forever or whatever. But it was really interesting. It sounded Rob Zombie-ish style with metal-ish kind of thing, kind of emo-ish. They all had face paint on, so it was a little weird. But the drummer, man, he was literally, I've never seen someone rocking it so bad, but just keeping a straight face, like just looking, just, usually people are getting into it, singing, or this drummer just had the straightest face, and it wasn't nothing like he wasn't having fun or anything. He just looked like a different kind of person. And they had a singer that would wear a mask on the back of his head, and it looked like he would dance, and it looked like, I don't know, he had his back towards the crowd, and it looked like he had a face in the back of his head. And then he had an umbrella that he'd spin around. It just had a big middle finger, and he was and part of one of the songs that had something to go with the fuck you or whatever. So that was really cool. I remember walking into the El Rey, and it was a sold out show. But when you walk in, they have it where you can go down to the floor part, and it was so dark I couldn't even see in there. Like, my eyes hadn't adjusted. Some dude comes running up, fucking ran me over like a football player. I thought fucking, I didn't even know what was going on. Um, so after the Wednesday 13 got done, I was like, either Dope's got to come out here and play a badass set, or something like as terrible is gonna happen. Because I've never seen that Wednesday 13 came out banging for an opening band, and usually opening bands don't be banging. Usually opening bands, people are snoring or whatever. So it was cool to see an actual one that was actually getting you pumped up. That's what opening bands are for, to get you pumped up for the other ones and spread their word about their music. Um, so the whole time that Dope was getting ready, sorry, there was a fly there. Um, the whole time Dope was getting ready, I was sitting there watching the baseball game, not worrying about shit. Just, hey, fucking, it's the 8th inning. I'm watching an intense game. And so I didn't notice that they took forever. I noticed, but I wasn't paying attention because I had entertainment, so I wasn't really caring. So I go. Oh, I didn't go. I just stood there forever, and finally they start like they're gonna come on. They get like one song into it, and things keep fucking up, and they straight said, we came out here. We're only gonna play 3 songs because Devil Driver has they're double headlining and they're guaranteed this set of time, and so we messed up, and so the guy's over there trying to mess on his computer and work on his computer for half their set, and they literally played the Die Motherfucker Die song and one other song, and then they fucked up their opening song. So literally 3 songs, and I don't know. It was just making me, because the guy that's sings for Dope is the dude that's playing Wayne Static Zero, as they call it, and so it was weird seeing him out there struggling, and then you're wondering, I got this is one of my favorite bands that you're about to be the lead singer for. I hope you didn't fuck up that bad when Static X come out here. So that was a little weird. Devil Driver, it probably took them like 30 minutes. They set up. The first song didn't sound super great, so maybe they might start pulling we do sound check when you go to a festival, usually the first song they're mixing the boards, making everything sound right. And it's kind of seemed like they were doing that with Devil Driver. They did do 2 Cold Chamber songs. They did Loco and then Fiends, and both were rocking it. You're on my YouTube page. You can see for yourself. There's videos of them. What sucks about concerts these days, and I just told you I took a video, so I'm just as guilty. I'll do put it up for like 30 seconds or 15 seconds and get, good shots that I can screenshot and get a photo and stuff like that. But there are people that hold their damn camera up the whole damn concert. Like, I'm cool if you want to get just a few seconds or whatever, I ain't trying to record the whole damn concert. I don't think I ever have recorded a whole damn concert. I don't think so. But, that's just weird. Back in the day, you didn't have to worry about that. You had, like, a clean shot. Remember when people used to throw joints on stage for the rock stars? They don't do that anymore. Everything's legal. They probably got enough that they don't need ours anyways. But, so Devil Driver came out there. They rocked the 2 Cold Chamber songs. They did the Sail song. I remember the song about the going to California or something like that. They came out and rocked it, even though I'm going to say this, all their songs kind of sound death metalish the same, but they're rock and roll. At least they're going out there and playing. They ain't like Dope using their goddamn computers and being like, I gotta have my backing vocals, or I cannot play these 5 songs because I'm getting paid. Definitely, you're getting probably paid good because you're playing the Wayne Stack. That's I'm typing up all this stuff on his computer to be like, I need this thing. So I was just praying that everything came out good after Dope completely destroyed it. So Devil Driver, I'll give them a 7, a solid 7. People were going crazy. He made sure the mosh pit was going nuts the whole time. There was people crowd surfing, not where we were, but there was people crowd surfing. Let's see what else I can remember. They played that Sail song, which was stuck in my head for 3 or 4 days after that. Trying to think if they did anything else special. he had like a Native American song, and he was like dancing like the Native Americans do, and it had like Indians in the background doing the same thing, which was pretty cool. They had a whole, I don't think I've seen them besides when they were opening for people, but they had a whole light set up and two things on the side that had screens, and so Devil Driver 7 all day. It was good. Good that Dez is still out there rocking. So the Static X, we stayed in the same exact spot. 3 hours, man. Feet were fucking hurting. And then right when Static X was about to come out, my tummy was hurting. I could just feel it because I used to get the where your hairs stand up on your arms. This one, I was about to, I won't lie, when I was walking to El Rey, I was feeling like I was going to throw up because I was a little excited, nervous, concert style. So, I guess we need to open these up to review the watermelon gummy rings. I'll do that while I'm telling the story. So we're sitting there waiting for the Static X, and finally, you know, the people are getting more where you're bunched up and shit. And they come out, and I think it was Bled for Days they started with. These things look weird. Ew. Just the texture on them, how they came apart, I can tell it's not going to be the greatest. Definitely tastes like watermelon. Really chewy. Really extremely chewy. Mm. Five to the watermelon gummies. Not really that great. I'm just gonna put those other two back. I thought I was gonna devour those. Just the fibers, just all riders. We'll destroy the bag later. So, Bled for Days. They came out. They did all the hits. I was so glad that they didn't just do Wisconsin Drift Trip right when Push It didn't start at the beginning, which is the beginning song, the Wisconsin Drift Trip. I was glad that they didn't, because I seen the Toadies and they started out with the first song of Rubberneck, and then that was in that they played that and walked off the stage, and you're like, well, there's other hits that you didn't play. Static X definitely played all the hits. When they came out, I saw that they had a teleprompter, and I was like, these guys ain't Aussie, man. You can learn the damn words of the damn songs. Definitely songs that are 20-something years old. Static X hasn't made one of their CDs. Just the top of my head, fuck, what year was that? 2006? 7? Maybe? Like I said, it was the 15th time seeing someone. You don't ever see a band that many times unless you're like a groupie that's falling around the Grateful Dead or something like that. So that, 15 times, like I got they're on my leg for life. I love me some Static X. Many good memories of their concerts, so I was hoping this one would be just as good. But they had teleprompters, and I thought that was weird. He came out there, and there was parts of the songs you could tell that were recorded, like backing vocals. He had the whole get up on. His hair looked different. I won't lie. Wayne Static had like straight up hair, like the Slim Jim guy. This guy had more like flowing back. Like, I don't know. It was still cool. He had the glove that Wayne used to always wear, and had the face mask, and was down the same way. And when he came out with Dope, he had a Static X wristband on. And so he did up the whole do. I called it 60% Static, just because it wasn't the whole experience. They even did shots like how Wayne used to be like, well, let's have some shots. And, everybody had shots. They used to do Jaeger shots. And it was the same thing, just Wayne's, wherever Wayne is. If you believe in heaven or wherever, he's there. But it was interesting. I was glad to see, when a band member passes away, that's probably got to be the hardest thing. Definitely when it's your lead singer, it sounds messed up, but guitar players, usually they'll just put another person in there or something like that. There's people that you can't replace, like Dime, or like random, you can't replace the Dios or stuff like that. So, that's weird, to actually hit a home run, which is a plus, because it could have totally went the wrong way and booing or, and that was a sold out show, so people aren't going to boo, but, you never know. It's a weird world these days. People either love it or hate it, and they'll tell you in the first few minutes. So, on Static X, I'm going to give it 7.58. It wasn't the best time I've seen him. Uh, Definitely wasn't the weirdest time I've seen him. One time I seen him, the bass player was jamming and went back, fucking knocked out Wayne Stack's tooth. He thought someone threw something at him and knocked him out because all the flashing was going off. And so it wasn't the weirdest time. I've almost got arrested at a Static X concert. One time I drank so much I woke up the next morning and didn't remember the Static X. I remembered being there, but not like it. Drinking does stuff to you, messed up to your brains, kids. Don't. If you're in an important moment in your life, don't drink. Just wait till afterwards. Um, let's see, any other memorable Static X moments? The last time I seen Wayne alive would have been in San Antonio, Texas at the Sunken Garden. The Pedal to the Metal tour. It was them, Mudvayne, and I believe Upon a Burning Body was there. Someone else good was there. But San Antonio, if you ever need to go see a crazy rock concert, this might even have been the San Antonio t-shirt. Not 100% sure on that one. 22. It's weird doing math in your head. Sometimes I was there for weird times, so I remember actual dates, but I'm pretty sure this was the San Antonio Mayhem. But San Antonio is probably the hands down the craziest place you can go see a concert at. The people are crazy. The atmosphere's crazy. Every time I went and saw a concert in San Antonio, it seemed like it was at a different place. So that was kind of cool too. That you get to see it. You're not going to the Sunshine every time, which this is my second time going to the El Rey. But it's not like you're constantly going to the same place over and over and over. But many good memories with Static X. That time meeting Tony was like probably one of the coolest celebrities that I got to meet because it was, I don't know, that was just cool. Other Static X memories. Um, that same time that Wayne got his tooth knocked out, I almost got arrested on the ride home. Thank you, Steve Johnson. Trying to think other wild Static X moments. We've seen him in Amarillo and some little ass ghetto bar, Lubbock multiple times, festivals. We saw him at the Edge Fest in Albuquerque, which was wild. They had this like crazy noise tripping you out every time right before they went on. And that was an awesome night because Cold Chamber was there at that same concert, so that's 18 years difference, and still those two at least kind of bands. Dez has always done the same own thing for years now, so it was kind of like they were back again. Other Static X moments. I should have pulled out I have journals of years and years of concerts, and I should have brought them out so I could tell you some memories, because I got a whole bunch of them. The Ozfest, we seen them at the Ozfest in Albuquerque when it was the free fest for Ozfest. I think that was 2006, 7, 5, somewhere in that area. That was pretty cool. I love Static X so much I drove down by myself. Well, I was going to also see Ozzy that day too. But I drove by myself down there because that's just how much I love rock and roll. But otherwise, everything was cool at the concert. They did also come out saying thank you that it was sold out during colds. they did a tribute when the got quiet. They did like a tribute to Wayne Static on the screens and had, his face and a whole bunch of things and a whole bunch of videos and then playing live and then they had like a memorial thing, which was, that was awesome to do. Definitely shows a good heart. Because they could have literally went out there and just been like, here's our hour and 20 minutes. We're just rocking the Static X. Thought it was weird about the teleprompter. Thought it was weird that he needed the background vocals. Tony still kicked ass. Konichi, he threw a pick and we almost caught. I was that bastard. If you see this, if you're the damn asshole that stepped on that pick, it's all good. I hope you enjoyed that pick. Your wife had some. She was bending over. Let's just say that. So I don't know what else to say about it. It was weird. It was awesome. I'm glad it didn't go sour. I'm glad that they're selling out places, so like the name will live on. They could have easily did a tour and been playing places and no one showed up, so it's awesome to see rock and roll still go out. These got a $5. I don't even know why I reviewed them. I should have just told about Static X. 21 minutes, so I guess I'm going to sum this up. Overall, awesome concert. One, just because all the stuff that went down and the Static X thing I'll remember forever just because how hectic it was and freaking out because not knowing, if Static X was going to be awesome and it was the second day of the tour too, so that was another thing. The dope people were like, sorry about this, it's the second day of tour, we haven't got everything under control. So it was awesome that they pulled it off on the second day. And thank y'all for watching. Sorry, I don't think I put anything up here in God knows how long. Maybe the Metallica, maybe it was the Static X. Well, it was the Static X videos and the Double Driver. Y'all don't party too hard. Have a good fiesta. Actually, party hard. It's life's too short. Do something fun. Fiesta hard.